Greetings, dear friends. We're happy to welcome you at the international discussion dedicated to the International Forum Global Crisis, We Are People, We Want to Live. This event was initiated and implemented on a volunteer basis by people's efforts and resources. Thanks to independent unification of millions of people from 180 countries on the Creative Society platform, the broadcast was made into thousands of channels on social media platforms and simultaneously interpreted into 100 languages.
And in today's international online discussion, we will explore the issue raised throughout the forum, as well as share our impression of this important event. And I'm so happy to introduce you to our distinguished guest today. Today with us, we have Juliana Malushkina. She is a strategic planner working for a utility company. And today we also have Rose Sauter-Stähle. She is an ESL kindergarten teacher and also teacher in the middle school, as well as a yoga teacher from Germany. Welcome, dear ladies. We are so happy to have you with us today.
Welcome.
And also, I would like to ask the very first question. Could you please share your thoughts and feedbacks on that forum that happened on May 7th? Let's start with Rose.
I watched the forum some weeks before, and I was deeply impressed about what is possible to do to find good solutions for a better life for whole humanity. So, and one thing what was really something very new for me was the water generation, like to produce the water. So this was something that impressed me very much.
Thank you so much, Rose.
Yeah.
And let's pass it on to Juliana, and maybe you could share with us your impressions a little bit.
Hi, everybody. My impression, for me, when I come across Creative Society, this was like a lifesaver, really. When you live in a consumerism society and things don't add up, people are not happy. You feel that something else has to take place, it has to be something else. And when I come across Creative Society, that was for me, this is it. This is the alternative. And a hope was born inside of me. That's how it was for me. A decent opponent to existent consumerism society, where we're all divided, where we all only care about ourselves, where we live in ignorance. It pains me to see how we live now. So yes, for me it was I was really happy to find out that there are so many people already doing something, changing things. Give people the truth. Give people the tools, the hope for a better life, for future to our children. Sorry, I got emotional there. Yeah, so that's how it was for me.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us, and thank you for being so sincere. It's really heartwarming to get to know that this kind of feelings and this kind of reaction that we get from people, it means that we're doing it for a good reason, really. And the message resonates with people. And as you said, it is really the alternative to the current consumeristic format, which eventually consumes our lives' time. And basically, yeah, our whole civilization could end because of consumerist approach to life. Instead of that, we have the alternative now, the creative approach. And one of the topics, as Ray...
I just wanted to say, as you said, word consume. Just think about this word consume. Consuming everything. It's consuming us. It's consuming our lives. Consuming our happiness. Just consume.
It is really so. And as Rose mentioned, one of the topics that was touched upon at the conference was the water. Really, the water problem is really a huge, big deal right now all around the world. And is it really the problem that has no solution, or is there a solution? We just don't apply it on practice. Let's watch the following video to get to know a little bit more about it.
The world is already divided into those who are desperately short of water and those who still have it. According to UN data, humanity needs to wake up to the looming water crisis. And this is despite the fact that nowadays we know how to extract water even from the air and even in the most arid region. Water from fog. In one of the world's largest capitals, Lima, located in the desert, fog is collected in huge nets and used to produce drinking water. Morocco has one of the largest plants, which produces up to 6,000 liters of drinking water a day from the fog. Its operation costs practically nothing and does not require external energy. Water from the air. Atmospheric water generators allow you to extract up to 3,000 liters of drinking water per day, and it can be increased up to 1 million liters. Can be mobile and stationary. They can operate from any energy source and in any climate, even in the arid desert, are used for the needs of the military in some countries and well proven in emergency situations. For example, in 2010, after the Haiti earthquake, the generator produced thousands of gallons of clean water for drinking, wound washing, and surgery. Do you agree to die of thirst in the presence of such modern technology? Water desalination units. Worldwide, about 16,000 desalination plants purify ocean water from salt and turn it into fresh water. They can produce millions of gallons of fresh water a day and supply 300 million people. Innovative developments already allow desalination plants to be environmentally friendly, work even on the energy of ocean waves, and not to harm the ocean. In the water, they can retain the minerals needed for irrigation of fields and extract minerals from the remaining brine. This is ultimate cynicism and cruelty. When millions of people die of thirst in countries located on the ocean coasts, while such technologies are available. And this is the essence of the consumerist format of the society in which we live. Water retreatment. The technology has passed many tests. The water is safe even for drinking, and its quality exceeds World Health Organization standards. Meanwhile, every 2 minutes, one child dies from a disease related to contaminated water. 2 billion people in the world use drinking water sources that are contaminated with feces. By 2025, half of the world's population will live in areas with water scarcity. In just 3 years, it will be every second person. Actually, we don't have even these 3 years. Due to climate change, the situation on the planet is changing rapidly every day. And trouble comes where no one was expecting it. So, what will you personally choose? To die of thirst? Or to drink fecal water? That's the choice which you have in a consumer society. Nowadays, humanity has all the necessary technologies to provide water to drink for everyone. But in the consumerist format, trillions are spent to kill people, and saving our lives is way too expensive. By our inaction, we support this cruel, dead-end, and absurd format of the consumer society. The format in which these problems will never be solved, because our survival for the consumer society means earnings. Nowadays, profit is more important than our lives, and our deaths are just dry figures. The only way out is to change the format. The most important thing you can do now to save your life, the lives of your loved ones, and all people on the planet, is to join in informing about the creative society. Because only by changing the format of society will we be able to prioritize the value of human life. We will introduce advanced technology everywhere and guarantee the protection of every person's life. Act now. Inform about the creative society.
Yes, water is a very important resource. Without it, we can survive only for a few days. And we have, in this very moment, we have millions of people who do not have access to clean drinking water. But at the same time, we have a technology that already can provide that water for every single person on Earth. And I would like to ask a question to Rose. Why do you think we do not implement these technologies in our society now? And what each of us can do in order that change to happen, and we will be able to provide water supply for every single person on Earth?
Yeah, these are really indeed good questions. I do not really have an answer for why we do not implement these technologies right now. I'm not sure which are really the reasons that stand behind this. But as a solution, I think because I heard about this years before that there is a technology for desalination of water and these things. In the forum, I saw it. And once again here, and I'm so happy and glad that there are solutions for this problem that could be getting a much bigger problem in the future. And the solution which I see for all the people is really to try to inform other people, to speak with other people, to tell them that there are technologies that can be used. And this is something what I see as a little part what we can do all together to inform the population, the people. And I think this is really something that must start, that the people get to know that there is already so much technology waiting to be used.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
But if you don't mind, the question arises right away: how it will help when we start to communicate with each other, when we start to share that information about the technology that's available right now, that we can change the format from consumerist to the creative of society. Like, how that would help us?
I would say on one side it's a mental problem also, because very often we see problems and then we say, oh, it is like this, we can't do anything. But I think we can do a lot by informing the people. And so the more people know about this technology, the more people would also demand this, maybe in their communities where they live, in their cities. There was mentioned in the video that how could this be possible? People living close to the water side, to the ocean, and still they have no clean water. So this is with these technologies, this could be solved. So because the water is there, but it should be desalted and clean. And I could think this could be a good way to solve this problem for a lot of people on our planet.
Yeah, indeed. The technology is right there to solve the problem, but what we hear from, business perspective, they say, oh, it's much more profitable to just constantly send some plastic bottles of water from this company and that company. And that's how they really spend our budgets, that are money being taken out of our pockets, going to our country budgets. From there, from the States, they go to international organizations, even like UN and so on. And from there, this problem is not being solved. And as a society, one of the things why should we grow up from consumerist into actually thinking society, right?
Yeah.
Make society think again and ask the questions. Where's the money going? Why the problem is still there, and the problem gets bigger even though we've been spending so much money out of our pockets. So is this consumerist format, is it really a dead end? Juliana, what do you think?
Yes, thank you. I wanted to add a little bit to this topic, because every topic is important there in a forum. Why it's not sorted? Because it's not beneficial. We run by the corporations. It's all business. If you can't make money on water, so that is why it's consumerism. It's consuming. That is why the life is not number one. In consumerism society, money is power.
May I add something? There is already a lot money from big companies going on to have big benefits of selling money. So this will always be a problem, that the things that you can sell and the things that are like, how we can say, that you cannot, that are rare, will always be products that can be sold very good. So if maybe money is there available, clean everywhere. I'm traveling very often to India, quite a lot. So you would never drink water out of a tap, you always buy bottles, always. So this is also a business. And I see great labels, I see big companies selling this kind of water. So it's a business.
Well, they make business. If you would be able to drink from tap water, then you can't make money. If you can sell the water, then you can make money.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, Karin.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I just wanted to say, I remember a few years ago, I was thinking this is absolutely ridiculous when I saw this. So this is in Britain. I don't know whether you've got this in other countries. In a petrol station, you could buy a plastic cup of water, right? So a cup of water. How ridiculous is this? So we're talking about waste. We're talking about plastic. And then we buy a plastic cup of water. It's just crazy. I don't understand why people... yes, for me, it's just nuts, honestly. Sorry.
I have friends in Africa, in different countries. And one friend, I saw something and I asked him, what are you doing? Because he had a transparent plastic bag. And in this plastic bag, there was water and there was a knot on it. And he was drinking out of the plastic bag. And I said, are you doing this? And he said, no, we buy it like this. We buy it like this in the shop, like in a plastic bag.
You are joking.
No, I'm not joking.
However, you know what I thought you're going to say? We talked about what technology is there. Yeah. So when you start talking about the plastic bag, this is the way to collect water from atmosphere. And that is the technology which is already exists. And the military uses this technology. So tell me why military using this technology and why it's not available to the rest of the world? And why do we have military in the first place? So
a good question. A good question. This was something what was very useful in the forum. I liked it so much because it was not only showing the misery where we are living in, and it was also showing the ways out. And this I love because it gave so much hope that we could change things. Yeah. If we would apply it, if we would use this technology. So, but first, because I spoke about this water producing techniques, and I spoke with friends about this, and they said, "Oh, really? Oh, really? This is great." They didn't know about it. So this means there is a lack of knowledge, or there's no information. So it's just always you hear, oh, there is a lack of water. Oh, and the misery that what is when there is an earthquake, and this is a real problem. Yes, it is a problem, but with certain kinds of technologies, we could solve this also, or be helpful in that moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is when we have people on our planet who have no access to the clean water, why do we spend money on weapons, on things that kill us, rather than put money into the providing life necessities to people? We are all people, and we are all want to live, right?
Yeah.
Same as me, that person over there in India or any other country, China, they all want to live. They all want to have access to essentials. This is an absolute minimum. Why in today's day, in this century, we still don't have available clean water to all people? It's ridiculous.
It is.
Right, that's right. And the answer why we don't have it, because we still live in a consumerist format. And Rose, I also received the same feedback as you just mentioned. Yes, the forum was not easy to watch. We have like so many issues in our society that like we need to know them, but it's very difficult. It's very painful to understand and to recognize that we are creating them with our inaction and with our lack of desire to step in and participate in a solution. But it was very, very, very joyful to see that there is a solution and there are technologies that can help with a lot with all our problems and all our miseries. The only thing that we can implement it for the benefits of entire humanity, to all people, and not to the benefits of few, is when we change the format from the consumerist to a creative society. Format of a society where human life will be the highest value. And for all our viewers who never heard about that project, I would like to give a brief explanation that creative society is the long overdue initiative of people from around the world, which is being implemented by people themselves. The creative society is the project of all humanity that provides the opportunity to bring our civilization to a peaceful new stage of evolutionary development in the shortest possible time. It's a guaranteed future without war, conflict, economical crisis, human suffering, and it eliminates such problems as hunger, wars, and definitely it will bring us to a new level of unity and peaceful development in all spheres of our life. This project presents the real possibilities and ways to change the society from a consumer-oriented format to one where human life is valued the most. That's why we are doing right now this broadcast, and we are preparing different forums and conferences in order to inform people about possibility of changing format now, because that format benefits every single human on earth. Right now, I would like to invite you to watch a short video about benefits of the creative society.
The Creative Society. A society where human life is the highest value, where people respect each other. A safe world without wars or cataclysms. A society where people are confident about the future. Affordable food and housing for all. Work is for 4 days a week, 4 hours a day. Free education and health care. Economic stability. A world without inflation and crisis. Available technology. Solution of environmental problems. Would you like to live in such a society? It's not a utopia. It can be our future. A future that we can build together.
Yes, indeed. Creative society can be our reality, and it is so simple. Simply to put human life first and use whatever technologies we have today for the benefits of all people. Like, it doesn't get any more simple than that. And all that is needed from people to actually implement this on practice is simply to create a demand, to create a request, to say it out loud. This is the way we want to live. We call it electoral request, to actually implement the 8 foundations of the creative society on practice, create a legal field where human life is on the first place, and not just on words, but on practice. And that changes everything. That's how we can apply all the technologies we have for the benefits of all people and eliminate such things as hunger, starvations, or lack of water, or lack of any other necessities around the world, because today we have enough technologies to provide for everyone. The only thing that's lacking is people's request to live differently. And thank you so much, our dear guest, for being with us today, for sharing your impressions, for sharing your thoughts. And really, this is it. This is saying out loud what kind of society you want to live in. And before we part with you for today, I would love to hear maybe some final words and wishes you have for our viewers in a short few sentences. And let me start with you, Juliana.
Thank you. For the viewers, dear friends, do you want to be happy? Do you want to be confident that your life is valued? Do you want to live in peace? Do you want to have hope? Do you want to have a community? Do you want to live together, feel united, live as one? Do you want a better life? Do you want different to what you have? Then give it a chance. Look into creative society. And it will, I'm sure it will resonate with you. And if it resonates with you, is it not the right thing then?
And just to confirm, what do you actually mean by creative society, and how do you explain it? If somebody's going to ask you, okay, Juliana, like, what are you talking about? What's this creative society thing that you're so excited? How do you explain it in a couple of words?
How do you explain it? I mean, it's even if you look at the words themselves. So you've got the consumerist society, which consumes us, consumes our lives. And you've got creative society, being creative. This is each of one, wants to be being creative, just using the words themselves, for instance, yes. We watched just now a video which explains the possibilities, the values in a creative society. The main value is the human life. Wouldn't people want their life being the most valuable thing? Not money, not power, not something, I don't know, elusive. The real things. We're talking about our lives, our happiness. I guess the way I see it is possibility to see people laughing on the streets, people getting together, it's people helping each other. Yeah, I guess something like this. Just for me, creative society is the hope, and I believe in it. And if we all believe in it, you know what happens when we believe in something? we can achieve anything. I think we don't even realize how powerful we are as people. When we unite and come together, we can change anything. So let's get together. Let's unite.
That's right. Together we're very strong. And together we definitely can overcome everything, especially if we united in one idea, in one goal to create a better future for all of us, for our children, for our grandchildren. And in order to do that, we need to act in order to inform every single person on earth about the possibility of building a creative society. And as soon as people will realize their benefits in the new format, they will start to share the information with the people around them. And right now, we can reach millions of people, but when millions of people start to talk and continue to spreading the information, then all 8 billion of people will be able to learn about this project in a very short possible time. And then we will be able to implement that project. And Rose, I have a final question to you. So how you would describe the people, their benefits in a creative society, and how would you motivate people to share the information about it?
The benefit is, how can I say? The benefit is everyone will have a benefit if we all together live in a better society, in a better world, because this is also our birthright to have all these things like clean water, enough food, in a consumer society where so much food is daily wasted and they throw it away. Everything is here already. We have to have a closer look to make the world more equal for all the people, no matter where they live, and no matter if the continent, the country. So I think this is very good, because honestly, it was really hard for me to watch some scenes in the forum. They were really, and they were so touching, and I understood that we should wake up. We should wake up and understand that it was for me a wake-up call to do something, like to inform, and this is now for me my way to inform my friends, the people around me, to discuss and to tell them about the creative society, what I'm doing since some, let's say, months already. And yeah, that's the way. For me right now, I think to give hope that the world and how the world is right now, it's not only misery, there's hope. There are ways out. If we are, and this is the point, Juliana said it already, if we could only see how powerful we could be if we are united all together and we have all the same goal as a vision in front of us, and not only looking in this egoistic way, oh, in my world everything is fine, my family is fine, my neighbors are fine. But how can we tolerate the injustice, or that some kilometers, or not even some, also far away, people don't have the minimum basis what we have so naturally, like clean water, and not only clean water, all these things, but we have to help the people to wake up and to let them understand that we can be so powerful if we move together in one direction and unite. for the same goal. And this we can do with a creative society. And I like this format. I like the society. So that's it from my side. Juliana said it already. So, that's it, what I could add.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rose, for sharing this with us. And it is actually the example of what everyone can do. For all of our viewers, if you question in yourself, what can I do? How can I participate? What can make this world a better place? It is really sharing the information. Like you said, just talking to your friends, just sharing posts on social media. If you're watching this live conversation right now and you don't know what to do, just post the link to it on your social media. Just create a short video with your impressions, with your understandings. And of course, you can always email us at our website, creativesociety.com, or on any social media platform you have. Reach us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. Creative Society is really everywhere and in most of the countries of the world. Just check your local website and find out. And for our dear guest, I want to thank you so much for being here with us today and sharing your impressions. It is really important step, and each one of these discussions is a small break into the wall of building this new, better society altogether. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much, Rose.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure to share. Thank you.
Yes.